It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants. And it's all up next.
Let's go.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
In motion, it's Robinson. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now they'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, he'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Second and 7. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Back to throw. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. 1st and goal. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Here's a toss as they look to run. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop them. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
In motion, it's Robinson. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Titans. Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Titans move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Eric Gray to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a screen set up for Tracy. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Receiver in motion, going right. Now faking the give. That's caught downfield by Robinson. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
If If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants are on top. It's now 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Quick throw here is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. He's got his tight end. That's a Conquo. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second down and 8. They send Ridley in motion. Throwing now from the gun. That's Lockett downfield. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they try Pollard. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans are on top. It's 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll motion their tight end, Jaxson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll look to throw. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Left side. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Titans have got it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. He's going to tuck it and go. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They send Ridley in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's caught by Van Jefferson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Open man, right side. He's got it. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the 1st down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but Not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
There's that man again. Another catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll look to run with Pollard. He slams it in there, and he is in. Tony Pollard, touchdown Titans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Slayton. And he will go all the way. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Tight end on the move left. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. He'll start at the 2. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's quickly out to Jefferson. Crazy. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now, faking the give. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll look to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will tie the game at 24.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Ray gonna return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll go with a counter on first down. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Giants.
Here's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He'll push ahead to the 21. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They send Ridley in motion. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And that'll get the penalty yardage back. He gains 5 to set up 2nd and 10.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pollard. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give to Pollard, running right. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll take it on in. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans will go up by 7. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Gray gonna return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll look deep here for Neighbors. To the goal line and in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will even the score here in the third. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. They send Ridley in motion. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose. and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Pollard. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a...
He's got his big tight end, Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Sly now for the point after. His kick is good, and the Titans will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Slayton is the man in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to throw. Taking off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
Right back to him on first down. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
They'll throw out of the gun. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
He'll again get it to Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here is 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down. They'll run with Pollard. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll run here. It's Pollard. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Pollard. And his defense going to get to him at the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and receiver Malik Neighbors set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.